once again, intrepid explorers. Yeah, just left the car park. About 2,000 feet of climbing ahead. It's very misty. Very misty. We're not going to be able to see a thing if it stays like this. Hoping the sun burns it off. I think it's supposed to. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Action. Here we go. Action scene. Excellent. It's like she's done it before. It's pretty steep already. This section. Can't see a thing really. I think Gorillas in the Mist or like Sherlock Holmes novel or something. Yeah, pretty steep. I think a few hundred feet up we'll get onto hopefully quite an easy ridge. Yeah, nothing. Stare into the abyss. This is pretty savage so far. About 1,700 feet, so about another 1,100 feet, 1,200 feet to go. Yeah, visibility is probably like 50 yards or something. Yeah, it's going to burn off as we get towards lunchtime. It's past 10, so plenty of time. We've still probably got an hour and an hour or so up, maybe more. So I think we're on top of the ridge now, but I'm not entirely sure. Wind's picking up a bit. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but visibility's probably even worse than it was. Probably less than 50 feet. If Rachel walks on a bit, I can't see her at all. I'm sure we'd be able to see the top of Pen y Fan by now if it was clear, but yeah, a bit of a shame really. I thought it was going to be better than this, but that's life. That's a day in the mountains for you. Yeah, it seems to have levelled out a bit, so we must be on the ridge, the eastern ridge. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a little bit across the ridge where we're getting quite wet because we're in the mist. You don't feel like it's raining or wet particularly, but it does seem to just be like sitting on our clothing and our gear and stuff, and Rachel's hair is soaking. So yeah, getting wet without sort of really realising it. I'm sure on a clear day I'd be showing you the top there, but obviously nothing whatsoever in this. It has flattened out quite a bit though, thankfully. We're about 2,200 feet here, so yeah, another sort of 600-700 feet to go. Yeah, shame. I was hoping this mist would have burned off, but that's life. So about 400 feet from the top, I think. We've just passed a group of guys, and they've said there is a scramble up to the top, so we're not very experienced with that sort of thing, so we'll see how we go. There was like a young lad and a dog coming down in the group though, so kind of think if they can do it then it must be doable. Apparently they're sort of building the path as such, but haven't sort of built that section, so yeah, we might need hands. Some signs that sun was going to break through, but seems to have missed it over again, so it's definitely ramping up. Final, I reckon we've got about 300 feet to go here. definitely ramping up. What's that? I've had to ditch the selfie stick for this section because it's a bit scrabbly, but it's not too bad. Nearly there. You just see the sun peeking through. Hooray. Well, we've made it to the top, and this is what we agreed to do. Boxing match. Why? Who knows? Very crowded. Must be some sort of event going on, but the chap at the car park said he thought there was something going on, but I don't know what it is. We'll have to look it up. There's a queue about 30 deep just to have a photo with the summit troop. I'm not even sure we're going to bother, to be honest. Can't see anything anyway. So I think we'll probably get a spot of lunch. Find somewhere to sit out of the way and think about the route down. Hopefully it's weather's going to clear a little bit. For the way down, I might be able to take some photos so you can see something. But yeah, it's like it's as busy as a supermarket or something up here, I think, to be honest. Yeah. Busier, she says. So yeah. Starting to walk back now. It's like a circus up here. People smoking marijuana and all sorts. So yeah, not the best day for it. I know it's always busy up here. You're never going to be alone on this mountain, but yeah, it's mad. So heading to Cwm Llwch, that's how you pronounce it, and then yeah, going to start the walk down along the Cwm Llwch ridge. Should be a bit more gradual than what we came up. Yeah, at this point I couldn't see anything, still not cleared at all, so given up. Yeah, clearly not that sorted. So we've reached the summit of Cwm Llwch. Didn't take long, it's only a few hundred feet from summit of Pen y Fan. It's sort of considered a mountain in its own right, but it's more of a sister summit really. It has cleared ever so slightly, so you can almost see down into the Western Valley. So yeah, you can just see down into the Western Valley. Don't know if you can see that. You can just about make out the gleam of the cars down by the Story Arms car park. So yeah, I think if we would stay here another couple of hours perhaps, it might have completely cleared, so just come up slightly too early, but then you can't get a space in the car park if you don't get here early, so you can't win either way. But yeah, hoping you might get some decent shots coming down into the Cwm Llwch Valley, which, believe it or not, is down there. Finally, it's cleared, it's clearing. We can see Cwm Llwch Valley. Just about make out the ridge that we would have walked up on the far side, sort of. Sun's a bit of blue sky. So yeah, we're going to be heading on. You can just see this path here. So we're going to scale around the ridge and then down across this zigzag path down into the valley, and then the car park is somewhere over here. It's continuing to sort of clear up to Pen y Fan. The top of Cwm Llwch is clear now, but Pen y Fan's still sort of shrouded in that last bit of mist, but the sun seems to be trying its best to burn it off. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't get anything going up. Yeah, you can just see the ridge ridge here that we would have walked up. I think you can just make out some people in the distance there. So we walked all the way along that eastern ridge and down from the valley. Yeah, pity, we'll have to come back. This is a very good route. So this is where the path splits. So that way to southwestern edge, Story Arms, and this way is where we're going, down into the Cwm Llwch Valley, and thankfully there's no crowds. That's the best bit about it. We're walking, we're hiking. Lovely white trainers up front. Lovely. It's what you need. It's what the serious hikers wear. Oh yes. I think if you can hear any wind on the microphone, it's actually the selfie stick that seems to create some sort of weird wind vortex amongst the handle and the sort of the legs. So that's annoying. But, there we go. So yeah, inching nearer, but yeah, we're going to be heading off the ridge and then down this zigzaggy route, and I think we're going to have a quick look at the lake before just continuing, but it looks like a pretty easy amble after that. So, made it down the zigzags. There is a slightly steep section where you can see that couple there. Slightly steep section, but not too bad. So yeah, just thought it'd be a shame not to come down and see the lake or the tarn, or is it a Cwm or is it a Llwch? I don't know. Not sure what the word for mountain lake is in Welsh. Forgive me, Welshies. Yeah, it looks spectacular from here. You wouldn't see any of this from the Story Arms route. So yeah, well worth coming this slightly less trodden route, I think. See Rachel down in the distance. She's getting fed up of me taking selfies and photos and things, I think. But whatever. So yeah, it's only just 1 o'clock, so I feel like we've got plenty of time to have a bit more of a relaxing route back. But yeah, so you can see Corndu there, Penny Fan there, and then we would have walked up this sort of along this ridge here, and then there's that short sort of scramble up there, sort of about 30 feet. Yeah, I sort of wish we'd have hung about a bit longer on the top, because we might have been able to get some photos from out there, but that's fine. We'll enjoy. So even Rachel taking a photo, which just never happens, so she must be in a good mood. Good. Enjoying the rest, Rach? Even taking your jacket off. Must be feeling warm. It does feel warmer down here, doesn't it? Just having a little breather at this Cwm Llwch town. Lovely. So just starting to walk down now. Stopped at the lake for about half an hour. Some wild swimmers. We think there were leeches in there, and there were certainly newts. So yeah, hopefully they didn't get leeches stuck to them. So yeah, probably final view of Penny Fan and Corndu there. So yeah, fabulous day now. Beautiful. If we'd have been going up in this, it would have been much more impressive views. But there we go. At least we saw some sun in the end. So yeah, I'll continue the way down into the Cwm Llwch Valley. We're still at about 1,600 feet here, so still fairly high. Yeah, just walking down into the valley. Looks beautiful down there. So I think you can just sort of see Brecon in the far corner there. So, yeah, easy going descent really from here. So. Yeah, so just walking back to the car park now. So the circuitous route up the mountain we did. There's no avoiding about a 30-40 minute section back along the road to get back to the car park, and as you can see, it's pretty steeply banked, so if you meet a car coming the other way, it's a bit tricky. But yeah, Rachel's keeping very high pace because she's not very happy about it. And in fact, I feel more out of breath trying to keep up with her doing this than I did going up the mountain. But yeah, noticeably hotter now as well. So anyway, 10 minutes back to the car park, and we're there.